Hey guys, I hope you all are well. Today we are going to talk about this week's product of the week and is bigger better. Now the reason why I say this, in front of me over here I have the Creality Ender 3 Max. Now what is the difference between this and the normal Ender 3? All that kind of stuff we're going to discuss right here in this video, and why you would want this guy over a normal Ender 3. Now for people who have been in the 3D printing world and the 3D printing community can pretty much agree on one thing, and that's the Creality Ender 3 is one of the most popular 3D printers. There's many different Ender 3s. There's the Ender 3, Ender 3 Pro, Ender 3 Max, Ender 3 V2. Now we have the S1s and the Neos, all that kind of stuff. There's so many options for the reason of it is one of the most popular 3D printers. The reason why they're so popular is because it's a bulletproof machine at the price point that you get it at. The Creality Ender 3 is, in my opinion, one of the best machines that you can get as a beginner. It's a very, very nice machine. It's very, very easy to learn. It's simple to set up. It's just not a single hassle that you're gonna run into with other kind of machines. Now, why is the Ender 3 Max more special than the normal Ender 3? So what we've got over here, in terms of upgrades, we do have the carborundum glass that comes standard. Now the carborundum glass is specifically made to help your print stick to the bed. We also have now a filament runout sensor, and we have a nice little filament holder that is foldable. Other than that, I don't really think that it's much of an upgrade. Obviously we're getting the bigger bed size, and that's pretty much the whole reason of this, because the normal Creality Ender 3's bed size is really its only limitation. Some things I would have liked to have seen on this machine over here is maybe a better extrusion gear over here, because this is just a normal standard plastic one. I really would have liked to see them put the aluminium one on there, just because it is an upgraded machine. And it's really, really nice to see that kind of stuff on here. I'm really disappointed that this is one of the things that they skipped out on. It's something that I personally really would have liked to have seen. For me personally, the Creality Ender 3 Pro was my first 3D printer before I even started working here. And the lever on this plastic extruder gear over here actually broke on me, and I couldn't print. So I couldn't print a new one. I couldn't do anything like that. So I was really, really disappointed that that happened, and I had to go after the fact to buy the red aluminium one. Not the end of the world though, they're not super expensive, but it is something that I really would have liked to have seen on this guy over here. We are getting a much better build volume, and I'm very, very happy about that, because they are addressing the biggest issue that the Creality Ender 3 has, and that's just the bed size. Although on my Ender 3 Pro that I had, standard one, nothing upgraded except for the aluminium extruder gear, I was able to print in 3 pieces an entire helmet that fit my head. Now each piece was the max build size, build volume of this bed for the normal Ender 3. Now I think you could print that entire helmet to fit my head in one print on this guy over here. It's a really, really big bed, and I'm very, very happy that they have brought out a Max. Creality has brought out a bunch of Ender 3s, different versions, all that kind of stuff, but they're all pretty much the same size. Now people always ask me, what is the difference between the Ender 3 and the Ender 3 V2? And I'll just give you a quick, simple explanation that I tell the customers that come into our shop. The Creality Ender 3 V2 pretty much has just a few basic upgrades. It has a nicer bed that comes with glass. It has silent stepper drives, and it has a nicer screen. So the user face on the screen is much nicer to work. It feels a bit more fancy, and that kind of stuff is really nice. It's quieter, and you're getting a nicer bed with it. That's pretty much the only difference between the 3 and the 3V and the 3V2. So it's really, really nice to see that we're getting a bigger printer here. It's going to take up more space on your desk, because people don't realize when they buy this, they think this is the printer size. Now, our bed actually goes further on the front side, and our bed goes further on the back side as well, with this cable sticking out. So people must really please try and remember that this is a lot bigger than it advertises as. It just takes into consideration a box. It doesn't take into consideration the bed that moves. I have had a customer that bought a Creality CR10 Smart Pro from us checked the sizes according to Creality's website of how big this guy is and realized that he could fit that printer inside of printing enclosures. And we bought one, he took it all home to realize Creality didn't check out the size with the spool on top and the bed movement, so he had to bring that back. Now obviously we did give him the refund and all that kind of stuff, so he was really happy at the end, but he was really disappointed that this printer actually is a lot bigger than practicality than it is in spec. So please keep that in mind when you're going to big machines like this. Something else that I really would have liked to have seen on this guy is some poles at the back to give it some more structural support, like you saw in our previous video for the CR6 Max. I was very impressed there with that machine's build quality. Now obviously you do have to get different lanes, different strokes for different folks and different kind of printers. If you make them all the same, then why would you buy a different one? I 100% understand that, Creality. In a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being don't get it, 10 being get it, I would give this guy an 8. It is a much bigger machine, which is really nice. It is exactly the same machine than the Creality Ender 3. You also get the upgrades of the nicer glass. A filament runout sensor is a very big plus that I'm very happy to see on this guy over here. The Creality Ender 3 Max is this week's product of the week. If you guys want to see content that comes out almost every day on machines like this, CNC machines, laser machines, and all our other 3D printers, go check out our social media. They are linked down below. This product on our website is linked down below, and our website is obviously linked down below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next week.